My name is Philippa McDonald, Philippa, McDonald, McDonald, and I am from Sydney, Australia, and I am a journalist, and I'm here to moderate a roundtable on media freedom with journalists from around the world.
Can you talk to me more about media freedom and its importance, especially with the Sustainable Development Goals?
Well, media freedom is about trust and accountability, holding power to account, and it's about the truth. You need a free media so the citizens of a country can know what's going on, and that can be about a whole lot of the Sustainable Development Goals. But what I'm going to say in my opening remarks is that really, and it could be arguable, never before has the world been in such peril when it comes to media freedom. There are hundreds of journalists in 30 countries locked up, imprisoned many times for many years for trying to tell the truth in their country. There are crackdowns in countries all over the world, and it's not just dictatorships, it's also in countries we consider to be democratic countries. There's also an alarming number of journalists who are killed for just doing their job. 12 in the Ukraine this year. The Committee for the Protection of Journalists has counted 55.
What is the importance of that? You were speaking of civil unrest, perhaps from fake news or just fake reporting in general. What's the value of that?
Well, you need trust in the media. And of course, misinformation, disinformation, social media violence, which Maria Ressa has spoken about, is real-world violence. So the media needs to be trusted. It needs to be independent. And the media cannot survive with press freedom violations by way of government crackdowns, intimidation, threats from the public, attacks from the public. You look at Maria Ressa, the Nobel Peace Prize winner. She is constantly under threat from the Philippines government to have Rappler shut down. She is constantly getting threats by way of social media that she be raped or killed, that her office, her newsroom be set alight. You know, it makes doing your job as a journalist and getting the news out there and holding power to account, tackling corruption, tackling gender-based violence, it makes it absolutely impossible. And that's someone who is a Nobel Peace Prize winner finding it hard to do her job. And the same with her co-winner. You know, he's had his only independent newspaper, where he is in Russia, shut down as well. And he is speaking out about how good journalism is criminalised by his government, making it almost impossible to tell the truth. And when you don't have a free media, where you've got the media under attack, misinformation thrives. And misinformation can kill people if it's the wrong information about COVID, if it is misinformation which attacks certain ethnic groups or minorities. It makes the world a very unfair place and a dangerous place.
What is your projection on media freedom in the next couple of months, years?
Well, I hope that people engage more in the threat that the media is under, that they look at what's happening in their country, that they make sure that their news sources are independent and can be relied upon and trusted, that people are discerning. And in terms of my projections, I think we're in a very dire situation now, and I think that we need leaders, both political and non-government, to show some muscle and say it's not good enough, and that we need citizens in countries, I can think of maybe Fiji in the Pacific, where you've got this creep of laws which make it very difficult for journalists to do their job, for people to be aware that when laws start to change that affect the way newsrooms and journalists can do their work, that it's the thin end of the wedge for the freedom of the media.
Thank you so much.